For most of our members, when you're doing watercolor paintings, you usually use the graphite pencil to do the drawing first, to figure out the proportion and figure out the composition, and then apply watercolor. But there's a problem. After the watercolor finish, the graphite pencil kind of stick out. And there's actually a solution for that. Instead of using graphite pencil, you can use watercolor pencil. Today, I'm going to introduce this set of watercolor pencils to you. This high-quality professional artist grade watercolor pencils is from Marco Renor. And let's take a look at it. Oh, it has a card. It's a very interesting message. A person needs to wear two things to look great: confidence and smile. Let's take a look at inside. There is a number 5 watercolor brush. So inside over here it has 48 colors. It has many different colors. Just the brown color, from warm brown colors to a little bit cooler brown colors. Now I'm going to combine these watercolor pencils with this Paul Rubens solid watercolor set to do a portrait painting. First, I'm going to use color pencil to do drawing. I am going to use a brown color to do the sketch. Let's take a look at the whole composition. Look at her face, just like the egg shape. The whole art making process, it contains a few steps. Each step has a different challenge and different problem to solve. So you don't want to rush or skip one of those challenges. But right now, I think at this stage, everyone thinks you can do it. But do you have the patience? And do you have the time devoted to this step? Right now, I ignore all the eyes, the mouth, or anything. All I'm looking at is where it's going to be the face, and where it's going to be the shoulder, where it's going to be the body. And I'm going to give it enough time. At the end, it will become a beautiful artwork. What I see is from here to here, it goes to a little bit higher than the eyebrows. One more look. It's a little bit about higher than the eyebrows. That is the space for the left to the right of the face. Let's take a look. And obviously, that's too wide. I'm using the nitty eraser. I'm going to soften this color pencil. Don't overload your mind, and you will lost the fun and joy of art making. Okay, now let's take a look at the outside. And this is the eye. And from this side to the other side, for Lily, it's almost like 5 eyes in between. In between the 2 eyes, it has a little bit more space than the 1 eye. So we can divide that roughly for 5 eyes. But the middle, it has a little more. Now we just find the location. Now we also can use the triangle from between the 2 eyes and coming down to the nose. Take a look at whether or not the shape is correct, matching to the reference. When you're having projects like this, that is the head tilted in an angle, it actually gives you a lot more challenge than a simple, straightforward portrait. Okay. Now we're going to keep adjusting. Now take a look. And looks like the mouth and the borderline of the lower lip is just a little bit lower than the middle from here to here. So okay, the middle is right here. Lower a little bit is about here. That is just the borderline of the lower lip. Let's also draw the guideline from the left to the right. It's kind of 90 degrees to the center line. From the borderline over here to the upper lip is half of this space. So that's good. Now, you're gonna see, actually, any artwork, doesn't matter what subject matter, and can be really simple if you divide it into pieces of smaller problem in the photo reference. Actually, from the lower line of the eye to the chin is the same as from here to the tuning. So that means we got it right. It's right here. I'm going to start doing the watercolor painting. I'm using this number 12 round brush. I'm going to start with the outside color that in the background. Something like this. Maybe add a little blue colors, make it a little bit more gray. So I can start inside the hair. And the ear actually is just a darker version of this color. And the ear will building up on top of this color. And also you can add some red color to the cheek after. That's good. Now, like that. And on this side, okay. And I'm gonna clean my brush. It's just just the water, and from this color actually I can bring this color in here, soften this area. But there is just a highlight on the nose. You don't want to add the color into that. I want to make sure that little light color would be reserved. Like this. Looks good. Now I use this clean brush, soften the edge a little bit over here. And also on the cheek over here, I've been making sure that is the edge reserved a little bit softer. And if you miss this, you can do it a little bit later in the process. You can always come back to soften the edge. Over here too, with this color, a little soft, coming blend through into the cheek area. This is good. Now I'm coming in here and apply some color to the neck. Use the burnt sienna. That's good. maybe a little bit too bright. So I'm gonna get a little bit burn umber color. Okay, good. But still, it's too bright. So I'm gonna get a little bit, what is this color? Maybe add a little blue color into it. It's good. From big to smaller and smaller. Okay, now on this side of the neck, I'm gonna just glaze a little bit really light color to create the definitions. And then on the other side of the neck, I'm gonna use the burnt sienna and mix with this color, maybe a little bit red, a little more burnt sienna, like this. A little bit over here. Now let's see. It's right over here. Now create the edge for the neck shoulder line. If you want to win a box of these high quality artist watercolor pencils, make sure you will join us for this month's member challenge. This month's challenge is about children's portrait watercolor painting. If you're not yet a member, make sure you join us today. Become part of our community.